Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and today we are looking at 5 essential cashback cards for your wallet. So we did a video a few days ago, 5 essential travel credit cards, looking at the perfect travel credit card setup. And today, since that video was pretty popular, today we are going to do the same thing, but for a totally cashback setup. So if you're the kind of person, they don't want travel rewards or airline miles, they just want cold hard cash in the form of cashback, this is the setup for you. So let's start going through what I think are the 5 essential cashback cards to be in your wallet. So number 1. The Discover It card. So the Discover It card is a great starter card. Actually, it could be your first credit card, or it could be that you've already built your credit a little bit with something like the Capital One Platinum. That's my recommended first card. And then you progress to something like the Discover It. This is a card very similar to the Chase Freedom. It has 5% quarterly categories where you can earn 5% cash back on $1,500 worth of spending. So that's $75 worth of cash back up for grabs every quarter, and the current quarter is Amazon.com and wholesale clubs, okay, coming up to Christmas. That's Q4 of 2018 when I'm shooting this video. Discover actually already has their cashback calendar for next year up on their website. I'll read it out to you. So basically, it is going to be in quarter 1, it is grocery stores. In quarter 2, it's gas stations, Uber and Lyft. Quarter 3, it's going to be restaurants, and in quarter 4, it's going to be Amazon again for the holidays. And the best thing about this card is that they do a cashback match in the first year. So in year 1, those 5% categories are actually equal to 10% back. They'll match everything. So $75 per quarter, that translates to $150 back per quarter. So this is going to be our rotating category card, and generally, if there is a category on this card, it's going to beat whatever category you have on other cards that we talk about later in the video in general, in most cases, not in every case. So when there's a default, a rotating category, like for example, Uber and Lyft or grocery stores or gas or whatever, you'll probably default to this card, okay, in this system. And just lastly, this card has no annual fee. Right, let's get to talking about the next one. Number 2, the Alliant Visa Signature Card. Now this card earns 3% cash back on everything for the first year, and then that goes down to 2.5% after that. So it's kind of like you get an extra 0.5% instead of a sign-up bonus. So this is going to be our non-category spend card. So whenever there's not a bonus category on anything, you're going to use this card, okay? Because it's getting 3% or 2.5% thereafter. It has a $59 annual fee, but I think that's not too much considering that you're getting 2.5% or 3% on everything, which is like much better than anything else out there. The closest competitor to this would be the Citi Double Cash, which is 2%, 1% when you make your purchase and 1% when you pay. So if for some reason you don't get approved for this card or whatever, you could replace it with the Citi Double Cash, but obviously this card is better. It's an extra 4% in the first year and an extra 0.5% on top of what the Citi Double Cash earns thereafter. So the Alliant Credit Union Visa Signature Card. Not a very well-known card, but I do recommend it. Number 3, the American Express Simplycash Plus Business Credit Card. So this is a blue business card from Amex. Looks a little bit like the Cash Magnet card, but don't confuse it. They're not the same thing. And this card, basically, it earns 5% back on wireless phone bills and office supply stores. Okay, so I would recommend just putting your phone bill on auto pay on this card every month. So you're getting 5% back guaranteed on your phone bill. That's probably like $60 a month, $70 a month, something like that, depending on what kind of service you have. And then office supply stores, well, obviously, if you run a small business, you might go to office supply stores quite a lot, although not every business does. My business, we hardly ever use office supply stores. But actually, office supply stores like Staples, for example, you can buy a lot of stuff that could be useful in the home as well, like stationery. If you have a kid who's going to school, you can buy all their stationery there. You can buy paper for your home printer from there, and you can also actually buy gift cards at Staples. So, if you're really desperate to get that 5%, you could, buy a gift card for, say, Home Depot from Staples and then go and spend it at Home Depot. Now, I would be careful with this. I don't think this is something that you should do a lot because it goes into the realm of manufactured spend. But basically, kind of gaming stuff. But basically, if you do want to just maximize it a little bit more, you could buy gift cards. I would recommend gift cards for stores, specific stores, rather than the Visa prepaid gift cards, because they are the ones that people use for manufactured spend. But anyway, That's kind of the thing. So staples, office supply stores, try and maximize that category as much as you can with this card. But there is an additional 3% category on this card. And basically, you're going to earn 3% cash back on one of the following categories of your choice, okay? So you choose one of these following categories. Airfare purchased directly from airlines, hotel rooms purchased directly from hotels, car rentals purchased from select car rental companies, US gas stations, US restaurants, US purchases for advertising and select media, US purchases for shipping, and US computer hardware, software, and cloud computing purchases made directly from select partners. Well, what a mouthful. So with these categories, we are going to have equal or better cashback categories than the 3% that you're going to get, okay? Particularly in restaurants, we're going to have a better cashback category. For gas stations, in a minute, we're going to have an equal cashback category on another card. So really the only ones I would recommend, and same with airfare and hotels actually, so the only ones I would recommend from this list would be purchases for advertising, purchases for shipping, or US computer hardware, software, that category. Or car rentals as well. So those are the only ones I would recommend from this list, because you don't want to waste a category. If you're going to get 3% back at gas stations from another card, why, waste that category, okay? So even if you're not going to spend much in the category, it's better to get something than, just canceling out a benefit from another card. Okay, let's move on to the next card now. Number 4, the Uber Visa Signature Card. All right, so this is going to be our dining card, okay? I said just a moment ago, don't choose the dining category on the Amex Simplycash because we're going to have a better earning rate on the dining category. And what I said is coming true. With the Uber credit card, it earns 4% back on dining, and that includes delivery from Uber Eats. Then it earns 3% back on airfare and hotels, so that's why you don't want to choose the 3% airfare and hotel categories from the Amex Simplycash, huh? Then it earns 2% on online purchases, which includes Uber, and 1% on everything else. And it also gives you $600 cell phone insurance, okay, which is a pretty cool benefit considering this card has no annual fee. Now, some people might overlook this card thinking that the rewards are only redeemable for Uber rides. Actually, that's not the case. You can redeem them for Uber credit, which is obvious, for cashback, or for gift cards. So you can actually get cashback from this card, which is something that some people don't know. And it's kind of funny, the Uber credit card, it kind of dethroned the Saver card from Capital One as the best dining card, because the Capital One Saver, originally I think it was 3% cashback on dining it was earning, and the Uber credit card just blasted in there and gave you 4%, and it's not even supposed to be a dining card, it's like an Uber card, right? And so Capital One, they had to adjust their Saver card and bring it up to 4% for dining, but they added an annual fee, so it's still not as good. So the Uber really takes the crown as the best dining cashback card in my view. Right, number 5, so our 5th and final card is the American Express Blue Cash Preferred, okay? And this is the one, it looks like the everyday card, but it has the blue square in the middle instead of the silver square. So the silver square one earns points, and the blue square one earns cashback. The cashback on these Amex cards, it comes in the form of a statement credit, so it goes onto your card. It's not like just actual cash in your account. But obviously, you can still spend it on the card. The value is still exactly the same, so it's just a different delivery method. Not a big deal in my view. The reason we have this card is because of its insane cashback rate on US supermarkets, okay? It gets you 6% cashback per dollar on up to $6,000 worth of spending per year. Now, $6,000, most people, if you are single, you might just be around that. That's $500 per month. If you have a family, though, I think you're going to spend more. I spend probably about $800 a month at supermarkets, so I am definitely over that. I think everyone will be able to max out the category, though, and 6% on $6,000 worth of spending, it works out at $360 worth of cashback that's up for grabs each year through that one category. So that's no small thing. And also, if you are the type of person that spends more than $6,000 a year at supermarkets, don't forget the Discover It card next year also has one category, one quarter, where it's supermarkets or grocery stores or whatever that you could use. So you could use this card for 3 quarters, the Amex Blue Cash Preferred, and then you could use the Discover It card for 1 quarter in order to maximize those rewards at grocery stores. In addition to that, this card also gives you 3% back on US gas stations, so that's why I said when we were looking at the Amex Simplycash Plus don't pick the gas stations category because you're going to get 3% back anyway from this card, the Amex Blue Cash Preferred. The only slight caveat on this card is that it does have a $95 annual fee. I'm cool with that though, because most of the cards that we've looked at in this video do not have annual fees. And actually, I'm going to tell you in just a second what the total amount that we're going to have to spend per year in annual fees is. And in fact, I'm going to tell you that now. It is $154 total annual fees. So I would say that's actually pretty good for a setup that gives you really great amounts of cash back in several key areas. If you're dining, you're going to use the Uber credit card, okay? If you're getting, you're paying your cell phone bill, you're going to use the Simplycash. If you're going to supermarkets, you're going to use the Amex Blue Cash Preferred. If you're shopping in any one of those 5% categories that are constantly changing every quarter, you're going to use the Discover It card. If you're just doing non-category spending, okay, just general spending that doesn't have any bonus category, you're going to use that Alliant Visa signature card. So that's kind of an idea for you guys of a possible cashback setup in a totally 100% cashback wallet. Please, leave your thoughts below on this. Perhaps you have some similar suggestions that we could swap one card out for a different one or whatever. Just let us know what you think. We will put links to some of our favorite cashback card offers from our partners. If you'd like to learn more about those, you can click the link in the description below. Of course, just for disclosure, it is a affiliate link. You can click in the description and scroll to the bottom to see our advertiser disclosure. Helps out our show if you use our links, so thank you very much if you do. As always, guys, please subscribe for new credit card videos every couple of days. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.